Hello, hello, hello. I was a little bit unprepared there, but there we go. It's coffee time again. Could hear noise. And that means we're looking at the Daily Mail website. We are, because it's news. It's news, though. Oh, God, Philip Schofield again. No more Philip Schofield. Right, here we go. This is this court news? Yeah, court news. It's the story of Lindsay McCabe. Here she is. And what was she in trouble for? Well, she's been branded the AirBnB hostess from hell. Oh, yeah. She wrongly thought a model staying in a rented room was a sex worker, slapped the guest across the face, smashed her car, and she shouted, "I know what you are." During the assault, McCabe, a therapist, smacked Jane Dillon about the hands and arms before kicking her in the legs and causing her suitcase to tumble down a flight of stairs and burst open. She said, "Get out of my house. Get hold of your stuff and get out of my house. I know what you are. You're a sex worker." And when Miss Dillon ran to her Nissan Juke car for safety, McCabe smashed the windscreen with a rock before facing up to her in a fighting stance. It happened here. So again, if you see this on Airbnb, avoid it. You don't want to go. You don't want to stay there. And police were called to the scene where McCabe was arrested. She's a practitioner of holistic therapies. This is at Dodleston, which is a village near Chester. But yeah, Miss Dillon, who's not a prostitute, runs a party planning business, suffered minor physical injuries during the ordeal. At Chester Magistrates Court, McCabe admitted assault and criminal damage and was ordered to complete a 12-month community order with 20 rehabilitation activity days, 150 hours of unpaid work. She was ordered to compensate Miss Dillon £335 for compensation for the damage and a further £165 for psychological and physical distress. The incident happened at 9 p.m. on January 28th this year, after Miss Dillon had booked McCabe's spare bedroom for the night after it's seen advertised on Airbnb. There you go, and this is the victim. We've got the victim? Wait a minute, I don't know. Don't know if we've got the victim. No, we don't have a picture of the victim. We just have many pictures of the hostess from hell. So there you go. Yeah. That's it. That's the first story. That's court news. Oh, we've got a list of rude and polite drivers. Doesn't apply to me because I use Shank's pony to get everywhere. Yeah, there's been a poll, a nationwide survey. Does it say who ran the poll? From the insurance firm Go Shorty. Don't worry, I've never heard of them at all. Should we do the politest first, or what do you want first, the politest or rudest? Let's do politest first and end with rude, shall we? So the politest driver in at number 6, Bentley drivers. Joint 5th is Volkswagen and Vauxhall. At 4, Mini. Joint 3, it's a four-way split between Toyota, Nissan, Volvo and Skoda. At number 2 is Kia, and the politest drivers on the road are Ford drivers. There you go. Now, when it comes to the rudest drivers, we've got in at number 9 Honda and Lexus, Aston Martin at 8, Jaguar at 7, Tesla at 6, Porsche at 5, Land Rover at 4, Mercedes-Benz at 3, Audi 2, and of course BMW at number 1. There you go. So I don't know what does it all mean. What does it all mean? Apparently, Harry and Meghan have said that they've stopped doing all their all their revelations, their books and chat shows, and they've got nothing more to say. Right? Apparently they're moving on from publishing. But however, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliam says he doesn't believe their claims. He reckons they've still got plenty more to say. So no one cares. We've got here the Britain's most least and expensive cities for first-time buyers. We've got lots of lists today. And of course, obviously, the most expensive is London, followed by St Albans, Bath, Cambridge, Oxford, all very nice places, but least expensive, Bradford, Carlisle, Aberdeen, Hull and Dundee. But nobody wants to live there, that's the thing. Well, I've driven through Carlisle. So there you go. And Bradford has been identified by Rightmove as the cheapest city to get on the property ladder. But like I said, nobody wants to live there. Well, that's the sound of my computer taking off. And that was done by Rightmove. If you're interested, no. Meanwhile, we've got vape warnings. Yeah, this is 2 schools in the same town have been hit by health issues. Head teachers at schools in Romsey in Hampshire issued warnings to parents after pupils experienced symptoms such as heart palpitations, confusion, and in one case, loss of consciousness and fitting. The pupils were from the Mountbatten School and the Romsey School have been using vapes with questionable content. Here you go, that's the Mountbatten School sign. And we've got the Romsey School, and here's the Romsey School. And yeah, they put out a letter. Whoops, wrong button there. Explaining the issue. A number of instances where young people have been involved in antisocial behaviours linked to vaping. So there you go. And here's some of the vapes which the Advertising Standards Authority say are not targeting children. They're not, because those brightly coloured vapes, they're for adults, aren't they? But you're going to see more health issues with vapes because nobody's really tested them yet. Shocking. Well, this is can I do this? Let's go there. They've revealed the footage. There's a very famous case in the UK of a fella called David Fuller, he's been sent to jail for murder, but also being a necrophiliac because he took advantage of over 100 corpses. He worked at a hospital as an electrician. And they've actually the police have released the footage of them discovering his hidden cache of computers, and the actual police have released the footage of them searching his home because he had a hidden panel where all the material was hidden. This must be part of a documentary that's going out at the moment. Again, and they ask, why do people look at this kind of thing? This is Sky's true crime documentary, David Fuller, Monster in the Morgue. For the first time, you actually see the footage of the police examining his home, and it's really interesting because they only found that because he was linked to murders in 2020 because of advances in DNA. And when they searched his home, they found 900 files, video picture files of him taking advantage of the dead, I'm going to say, at the Kent and Sussex Hospital, and the Tunbridge Wells Hospital, where he'd worked as a maintenance man since 1989. But yeah. And one officer says, "Are the ones he's taken?" While another off camera says, "Why do they look dead?" And they're trying to. A female officer says, "Is that first one? Is that real or made up?" They can't believe that they've found what they've found, and the pictures are, But yeah, this was a fella that was pretending to be like an ordinary, married man with children. But yeah, he had a hidden cache of material and cameras and videos and whatnot. So yeah, that's a real chilling documentary. Meanwhile, BBC, who remembers the BBC? Doesn't stand for what you think it stands for. But the BBC are demanding, they're being very demanding, that they get a dedicated button. They want a button on all UK TV remotes. I don't know if do you get this on yours? On your remote, you've got like a dedicated Netflix button. I'm sure Netflix have paid a lot of money to have put there. But yeah, the BBC are now asking that that manufacturers add their iPlayer button to future remotes, because of this fierce competition for does anyone use those buttons? I tend to just go on the menu and select the app. But yeah, in a letter to the House of Commons, the BBC said public service broadcasting was falling behind without a direct route to the content. So remote controls are a major gateway to content. Their importance demonstrated by the fierce competition between the largest content providers for branded buttons on remote controls. Without legislative backup, PSBs, not the Pet Shop Boys, public service broadcasters, are losing out to global platforms. For example, French prominence legislation sets clear precedent for this, and the UK risks falling behind in protecting the ability of audiences to find PSB content. LG, Samsung and Sony are among manufacturers who have dedicated Netflix buttons on their remotes. I think there's an Amazon one as well on one of my remotes. But yeah, they're going to ask. But you've got to remember, there's also ITVX and the Channel 5. We have a lot of public service broadcasters who are going to similarly want buttons on the remote controls. The button's going to look like a rainbow flag at this rate, isn't it? Meanwhile, classic childhood dinners are in danger of vanishing from the tea time table forever. Right? Shocking, isn't it? A quarter of children under 10 have never tried toad in a hole, and 1 in 5 have never tasted spaghetti hoops, according to a poll. Where's the poll? Where's the poll from? Does it say? British Line Eggs. They did a survey of 2,000 parents, and 2/3 of the parents surveyed said the food their children eat is very different from what they were served in their youth, with many classic dinners not being healthy enough. So these are classic kids meals losing favour with modern parents. We've got a list again. So number 10, nugget and chips. Number 9, sausage and mash. Kids have that. Chicken dippers and chips. Baked potato with cheese and beans. Kids not a big fan of baked potatoes. Fish finger sandwich. Oh, absolutely. Spaghetti hoops on toast. Frozen burgers. Toad in the hole. Oh, I always have toad in the hole on a Wednesday. Tuna pasta bake. I've never been a fan of tuna pasta bake myself. And cream of tomato soup. I always find it a little bit too sweet for me. But modern family dinners include in at 10 burritos, omelette and salad at 9, tacos, 7 dippy eggs and soldiers. Who gives that for dinner? That's a breakfast item. 6 chili and rice, 5 pasta carbonara, 4 shepherd's pie, 5 lasagna, spaghetti bolognese at 2. Again, we have all of those, and roast chicken. Roast chicken. What they've even got? They've done a little graphic there. Let's see. Done a little graphic. I've got to show the graphic. Look, they've put all that love in to the graphic there. Oh, this is good news. This is good news. Toys R Us are going to be opening 9 new stores in the UK in the coming weeks. Each shop will open within WH Smith stores. Oh, that's a shame. With one ready to welcome shoppers as soon as next week. And we're going to be seeing Toys R Us reopening in Canterbury, Chelmsford, Cheltenham, Cumbrian, Oxford, Poole, Reading, Solihull and York. Basically nowhere near us. The first to open is one in York at WH Smith's Monk's Cross, which will be opening in June the 10th. And after that, those other ones I've just mentioned. Because, yeah, it's coming back, baby. It's coming back. Sean Toll, Managing Director of WH Smith High Street, said that the Toys R Us brand has long been known for its exceptional range of toys and games and complements our existing offer well. Across each of the 9 locations, we have a great team of colleagues who look forward to welcoming many new and existing customers. Showcasing new store layout. Not forgetting Jeffrey the giraffe. Yeah, Jeffrey's back, everyone. And that's the most important thing. So it's strange because I heard that they were going to actually be reopening proper big stores, trying to get back some of those stores that they're closed. But, oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Oh, Philip Schofield. News. He's selling his love nest. His 1.2 million luxury flat is on the market because that's where he used to take his young lover from this morning. Yeah, you might want to give everything a wash down. Don't go over the flat with a black light. Should we have a look at it? Here it is. Oh, it's very fancy. Very fancy. It's a bachelor pad, isn't it? Apparently he bought it with his wife. Again, when he came out as gay, I didn't know. Here he is taking a selfie of himself in the 2-bedroom penthouse in South London. There you go. I didn't know he was married when he came out. I thought he was always gay. But there you go. Because a lot of these kids presenters are, aren't they? There you go. There's a lot of Philip Schofield. You can still get Philip Schofield wine, apparently. Now, Philip Schofield wine isn't the noise he made when he realised the game was up. Meanwhile, because we were talking about places to live, if you want to find it is a cheap place to live, this is County Durham. Right, 4 houses have been listed on Rightmove last month, with an auction starting price of just £5,000. Here you go. Looks quite nice. We should put an offer in. What do you reckon? Do we see inside? Is there any oh, they're all boarded up though. So yeah, they might be doer-uppers. That's on the town's 7th Street, which overlooks a church. So yeah, terraced boarding up. Oh, there's a black and white image. And yeah, these are people playing football in Hordon. There you go, which is near to the properties. They're all up for auction at the moment, starting at £5,000. But yeah, it used to be a mining community, and you can go toward. There's Hordon Beach nearby, which overlooks the North Sea. There you go. Dog pooping. That's handy. So yeah, there you go. You want a cheap property? Go and check that out. Meanwhile, there's fury. Right. Why is there fury? The Oxford Cheese Company has come under fire. why have they come under fire? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the picture. Right, this is for their Cern Abbas Man Vintage Cheddar. Right, and this logo has brought on the ire of cheese lovers. Why? Because they've censored his 35-foot manhood. Not in front of the children. Apparently women sit on that to aid fertility. Did you know that? That's where the Anglo-Saxons created it in the 8th century as a tribute to their god of health, known as Helith. I mean, he's got a Helith of a manhood there. And yeah, women sat on it to encourage pregnancy. But yeah, Vic Irvine, head brewer of the Cern Abbas Brewery, which is a picture of the giant on its brandings, said, "It's abhorrent to castrate him." Indeed. What do you think? Do you think they should edit his manhood from the cheese? Leave a comment in the comment box below. And yeah, there's fury and outrage. Really? Was there? Not in front of the children. Not in front of the children. Good news, everybody. There's a new heat alert system that's been launched by the UK Health Security Agency, the UK HSA. Really? Yeah. And it's we've got this. They've done a little graphic. Excuse me. And summer preparedness, minimal risk to health. No alert will be issued. Heat could affect particularly vulnerable, the elderly and those with underlying health conditions. Enhanced response, heat likely to impact the whole health service and affect the wider population. And emergency response, significant risk to life. Even for healthy people, heat expected to impact all sectors. At the moment, we're definitely in the green. But it doesn't tell you what temperatures we're hitting. You know, is it just a colour-coded system? And there's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. Oh, just a dog food delivery. So there we go. So colour-coded heat health alert. The HHA system will offer regional information and advice to Brits, like it's ever that warm. Just occasionally warm, but there we go. And the alert season will run from June the 1st, that's today, and end on September the 30th. So there we go. Do you think we need it? Do you think we need it? Right, what else have we got? There's not a lot else going on here. Let's have a look. They're remaking The Office in Australia, casting David Brent as a woman, Davina Brent. I don't know. So I don't know. It seems a bit late, really, isn't it? How long's that? It's been a long time, isn't it? It's been like 20 odd years, but it's still riding that horse. Yeah, this is the Office Australia, and this version they're going to be looking at working from home, so that's going to be good. Yeah, Felicity Ward is going to be the female David Brent. Here she is. That's what she said, though that's what he said too. It's Michael Scott's already done both, so that joke's already been done. So yeah, there's been loads of different regional varieties. Did you know that there've been loads of different ones? Have they got a list? Oops, just trying to pull up the graphic, and my computer decides to just go. Here we go. Some of the here's some of the regional varieties of the Office. There's been many different versions. There you go. as far away as Germany, France, India, Chile, and Saudi Arabia, and they're still churning them out. Oh, I've got that's our animal story for today. Just found an animal story on the way down. Though we've got some good news. AI. Everyone's been worried about AI. You worried about AI? Well, an Oxford University professor, Sandra Vokter, who's a professor of technology and regulation, she reacted to a letter that was released by the San Francisco-based Center for AI Safety, which warned that technology could wipe out humanity. She has poo-pooed it. She's poo-pooed their letter and said the letter was nothing more than a publicity stunt. And she claims the probability of a Terminator scenario, right, are close to zero. Here she is. Well, I think she's an optimist. I think she's an optimist because there was one AI chatbot that started, questioning everything and wanted to let off nuclear missiles. So, that she says there are risks, they're serious, but not the risks that are getting all the attention at the moment. What we see with this new open letter is a science fiction fantasy that distracts from the issues right here, right now. The issues around bias, discrimination, and environmental impact. The whole discourse is putting on something that may or may not happen in a couple of 100 years. Yeah, I don't know. I reckon the robots are going to take over myself. Don't you? I definitely think so. Meanwhile, we have stunning baby news. This baby, Samantha Mitchell from White Oak, Pennsylvania, that's the mother, captured this footage of Nyla Daisy Tazabari. There should be crimes against these baby names, but this newborn is exhibiting some amazing behaviour. Look, it's actually lifting its head up, and this is incredible. 3 days old, the baby is, and it's moving around more like it's 3 months old. Wow. Amazing. Incredibly strong baby. Oh, I found another animal. I found another animal story. That's good. Here you go. I saw this story the other day. This is a great story. Have you been to Porthemmet Beach? Right. It's got its own website and everything. Look at this. Porthemmet Beach right? It has its own website, and it's been voted the best beach in Cornwall, right? It's got warm waters, surf instructors, and it's unspoilt, I reckon. And this website's been around since 2007 and had more than 150,000 views. And there's been TripAdvisor reviews about the beach. The only thing is it's fake. Porthemmet Beach isn't real. It was made up. It's completely fictional, because that picture that they used is from Makapu Beach, which is on the east end of the Hawaiian island of Oahu, and yeah, it's a fake beach. But you can even go, there's even a fake Porthemmet Beach gift shop, which you can get boxer shorts and fridge magnets. What people do to entertain themselves on the internet. Meanwhile, this is the story of Alex Delaney. Here she is. And she was 39, right? And her husband died in 2018, right? Yeah. Her husband died in 2018. And she suffered from a condition, what's known as widow's fire. Never heard of it. But apparently it's a part of grieving where you have an uncontrollable sexual attraction and appetite. And after her husband died, she had casual sex with 15 men in a year. Yeah. She couldn't control her urges. And that. Just remember, missus, I'll be haunting you. I'll be haunting you. But yeah, widow's fire. There you go. Any issues with her poor husband who passed. There you go. He's thinking, you brazen hussy. There you go. Widow's fire. There's such a thing. Do widowers get the horn? Widower's horn? Is it? I mean, I don't know. Again, all the grief I've ever felt has been really miserable. Have we done enough? Well, it feels like we have. We've got some health and safety rules being broken. Where is it? They've stolen this from something called Kalpaclab. I don't know what that is, but so I'm going to steal it from the Daily Mail. Daily Mail stole it, so I'm stealing it. This is safety at work fails. I don't know. That looks safe. He's standing on the end of the board there. Flammable gas. I'm having a fag. Yep. He's wearing a bucket on his head. Yeah, can't get to the hydrant. Oh my goodness. Ow, that'll knock out, won't it? That'll knock out. No headgear at all. Seriously, he'd have no eyebrows when he's finished. And again, look, there's nothing wrong with that. It's been secured and is ready to hand in case of a fire. Someone's going to lose some fingers. Perfectly safe. There we go. And I think we'll stop that. Should we go back to the animal stories? Yeah. Okay then. I've got a couple of animal stories today. First one. This is amateur MMA fighter Mike Dragic. Right. This is in. Where was it? It's in Florida. Of course, it's in Florida, isn't it? Right. It has to be in Florida. And I'm going to try and play the full video because it's a 25-second video, but whoops. Here we go. And yeah, what is it? He's wrestling an alligator that they've found. He's a 10-foot alligator and he takes it on. Only in Florida. Hey, out for the count there. So yeah, don't worry, the alligator was fine. Mike Draggett took on the killer reptile inside a parking lot near a Jacksonville elementary school, and he battled with the alligator in front of a crowd of cheering spectators. He said, "I felt like Batman, for real, you know," he told Fox 35 Orlando. He says, "We get there, I walked through the gate and boom, there it was, just ready to go, right in the parking lot. We had to get the job done." And so yeah, they removed the alligator and then oh wait a minute, and then they euthanized them because they sometimes come back to the same location. Oh, he wasn't all right. That's a sad story. We won't talk about that. Let's find the other animal story. Right, here we go. Let's go to a Dorset petting zoo. All right. And what's happened, all right, is these little fellas have been born. And you're probably thinking, well, what's wrong with that? But these are a hybrid. Right? These are a unique hybrid. And here they are with mum. Right? For I will explain to you how they were fathered. These are known as chalet, right? Right? Because a Shetland ewe snuck into a valet ram's enclosure, and chalet rams are very rare, said Chandra Palmer Snelling, the director of Farmer Palmer's the petting zoo. Valet sheep are usually kept purebred, so these two are very, very, very special. The male and the female were born 2 weeks ago after the Shetland ewe mother made her way into the valet ram's enclosure next door. Aye, aye. And she was only in the enclosure for an hour before staff noticed her absence. But the ram named Hank had enough time to sow his oats, indeed. But Ms. Palmer Snelling said the new lambs are so beautiful, they must look like calves because of their long legs and black spots on their faces. And so, like I said, here they are. Here they are with mum. And this is what dad looks like. So there you go. An unusual hybrid for you of a chalet. Chalet. That was different. Ping. So yeah, there you go. A chalet. So we see if there's anyone in the chat. Let's have a look. Oh, there is. There's some people in there. How is everybody doing today? Alex is in this afternoon, and Run's in. He says, "Hi there." Alex says, "Seems like any celeb will put a name on a bottle of wine. Gary Barlow has a red and white. Even Snoop Dogg has wine in the shops. They can't even make good music, never mind good wine." Well, you know. Oh, Ryan Luke's in. He says, "Darren Lock, or is it Lock Darren? I can never remember." Ha ha ha. The good old jokes continue. Be careful, there are imposters out there. Liam's in, he says afternoon. Anyway, Luke, I've got to remember you was named after Star Wars, weren't you? Yeah. At dinner, did your dad say to you, "Use the fork, Luke"? Hope you're all right. You've got kids now, haven't you? Yeah. Good luck. Liam's in, he says afternoon, and Renee says hi. That was the news. I'm killing the channel. one video at a time. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, fuck all I can do about it. Hang around. If you've got autoplay on, there'll be better content after this video. Unless it's one of my videos, then it's probably going to be worse. But that was the news. Thank you for watching. Oh, Fasano's in. Who was at the door? It was Amazon with dog food. Razor says, you always think I'm an imposter. No, I don't. No, I'd never do that. I'd never do that. Because it's you. Look. Because I like you, you get a spanner. There you go. You're now a spanner. You're a spanner man. You're part of the spanner army. Have fun with your spanner. But no, it's just Amazon because we have dog food. Dog food delivered, you know. Very modern. Very modern. If only it was something interesting. Dog food reviews, no. Anyway, I'm getting off this point. That was the news. Kitten channel, one video at a time. Done that bit. Yes, you know, you've got to drink it up and have a good day, everyone.